As Cradlepoint has grown, our Boise operations team outgrew our space, and so we needed a bigger footprint. We moved to this new warehouse, which is twice the square footage. It's got expanded spaces for our production team, our operations team, and most importantly, our warehousing space. We were looking at potential solutions to make sure we had the most reliable connectivity in our warehouse.
With Wi-Fi, saturation and coverage was a big challenge. We have taller ceilings in the new warehouse, and in the old warehouse we had a smaller square footage, and in this new warehouse it's about 3 times the size, so we wanted to make sure we could saturate every corner.
In the past, we've experienced problems with our wireless access points. When they go down, we're immediately impacted with our warehouse operations. We process 300 to 400 orders a day, and we have a 24-hour service level agreement with our customers. So if they place their order and we have inventory, we're going to ship within 24 hours.
One of the ways that we were looking to overcome our Wi-Fi challenges in the warehouse was a complete redesign of our Wi-Fi network. So instead of having the traditional instant access points that we were using, we were going to build dual mobility controllers and have redundancy and failover. Additionally, we were going to add more devices for saturation, more access points. This became cost prohibitive.
We had worked with and knew about NetCloud private cellular networks from our team, so we engaged with them to see what solutions they could offer us.
In a warehouse, private cellular is better than Wi-Fi, especially in this warehouse where we're changing the actual infrastructure all the time. The boxes are moving in and out of shelves. Private cellular is much more resilient, and it's going to handle this changing dynamic environment much better. Also, low latency is a thing that we need for these future applications that we're trying to build. We're trying to have worker safety with these forklifts and making sure there's no collisions. So that needs to be instantaneous to make sure that no one's hurt.
Private networks is better than Wi-Fi because you have better coverage throughout the entire building with less devices. Additionally, it's more cost-effective than your traditional Wi-Fi network. And that's why we decided to look at NetCloud private networks as our final solution.
Our primary use case for NetCloud private networks in our warehouse is to run our picking scanners, which is used to inventory and pick devices for orders. Those scanners have NetCloud private network Cradlepoint SIM cards installed in them that allow them to connect directly to the private NetCloud network.
A deployment is really easy with NetCloud private networks. You have the existing IT infrastructure that you piggyback on, and then you add in your packet core and then one radio. And you can expand on the radios for further coverage for additional functionality. We have 5 components installed in the warehouse. We have a packet core installed in our server room, and then we have 4 APs throughout the warehouse. We have 1 on the north wall, 1 on the south wall, and 2 in the center on the east and west walls.
So with this NetCloud private network, the network is extremely scalable. If we want to, let's say, add another area, which we are considering for the RMA testing, all we need to do is just drop another access point in there, wire it into the switch, and we're connected.
NetCloud private networks provides security through encryption, authentication, and secure tunnels.
The cellular access points opens up higher bandwidth options for us to implement safety measures. For instance, we may be able to virtually map a high-risk area that would provide real-time feedback from an equipment operator and a pedestrian in the area at the same time to prevent any potential incidents.
My team is able to monitor NetCloud private networks easily through NetCloud Manager. We can monitor connectivity issues, latency, packet loss, and any jitter within the Cradlepoint network, and the functionality is simple to use.
From my team's perspective, operating on the NetCloud private network has been just as easy as operating on a Wi-Fi network, but with more reliability.